Hey, what's up guys, OSG here, and I'm back with a Patreon request from Lucas Rainford that has been nearly a year in the making. This fits in nicely now with the budget games videos that I'm doing, because what's better than a budget game? Yeah, that's right, a free game. And some of these, while not being developed by big software houses, absolutely blow the socks off some of the big games. For those of you who don't know what public domain means, it's just a game that was developed often by fledgling coders for no profit, and most of the time in people's bedrooms. So after a long time playing and sorting through some games ranging from terrible to tremendous, here is what I would say are the 20 best Amiga public domain games in order of greatness. So let's start it off with Mine Runner in 20th place. This is an Amiga port of the awesome Load Runner. While it wins no awards for looks, much like the C64 version, it has a great platform puzzle gameplay, and it can be enjoyed with up to 4 players simultaneously in this version. Nineteenth position is taken by Trick or Treat. This is a super smooth 3D maze game, and it's 2-player only. The gameplay in this game is immense when playing with your friends, and it's a fun game too, especially if you split the screen so you can't see each other's progress. Monsters of Terror is in 18th place. This is based on another game that was great on the C64 and never on the Amiga, and that's Wizard of War. This version takes all the great gameplay we loved from the C64 and updated the graphics, making it more pleasing on the eye. In 17th place we have Space Taxi 3. Space Taxi was a game on the C64 that kept on being mentioned in my C64 videos. Once I played it, I understood why. This is one of 3 attempts to bring Space Taxi to the Amiga. Space Taxi and Hello Taxi not being that great, but with this one they got the mix just right.
Hey, taxi.
16th position is taken by Alien Fish Finger. This one definitely wins the award for strangest name on the list, and it's one of the games on the list that I'm quite familiar with. It's a nice little shoot 'em up platform game that I play quite regularly. Drip is in 15th place. Good old simple puzzle fun game here that has some aspects of Pac-Man, but then enough differences to make it a completely different game. It's super fun, although it does get very hard in the latter stages. In 14th place we have Tetris Pro. Great little Tetris game here with some nice features, in particular the screen rotation blocks that add a whole new aspect to the old Tetris format. The music can be a bit boring though, and that speech that tells you how many lines you've cleared just gets annoying after a while. 13th position is taken by Pacman 96. This is the first of 2 Pacman clones on the list, which I think it's weird that the Amiga never got an official Pacman game, but this one is a super polished version of a hugely popular arcade game. In 12th place is Biplane Duel. I'm seeing a real pattern here in what these PD games are renowned for, and that's multiplayer fun. This is a single screen dogfight game that is super addictive, especially in 2-player mode. In 11th place is Rockets, one of the best looking games on the list, and it's an AGA one. The music is nice and the gameplay is a thrust style control that takes a lot of getting used to, but it's worth sticking it out, as when you do get used to it, it's a great game. Tenth position is taken by Tanks. This is an artillery game, which would later be a genre dominated by worms. It's a good old simple game that's best in 2-player mode, and where you have to take out your opponent's tank. This is a game that young people of today would love, as it's a game that is much like a lot of the mobile games now. Deluxe Pacman is in 9th place. The late great Edgar Vigdal made 2 games on the Amiga and they were both class, and this is the first of them on the list, and it's his take on the classic Pacman. We got a super smooth version of the game with lovely graphics and gameplay, defo the best Pacman clone on the system. Dogfight version 1.1 is in 8th place. This is a fun 2-player game that uses the split screen perfectly. I especially like it when both players meet up and it merges into one big screen, which is something that I've never seen before, but it works so well. In 7th place we have the newest game on the list, and that's Rygar. I had never played this till last week when Lucas wanted a working ROM, and I have to say it's really good. If you love Rygar on the arcade, then this is a near perfect port of that game. While it was never one of my favourites, I can still appreciate just how good this is. Sixth position is taken by Turbo Vaquetti 2. Another 2-player game here, and another one that I have had to mock up while recording footage. This is a super 2-player game where the idea is to take out your opponent. As with most of these thrust type games, the controls are something that you have to get your head around, but once you do, the game is awesome. Knights is in 5th place. This is a top-down dungeon crawler game that is 2-player only, and you compete against each other, finding treasure chests and fighting all kinds of other enemies on the way. This one though is one you can play for hours while getting bored, as the dungeons randomly generate. In 4th place is Biplane. Now this game caused me so much hassle to get the footage. All the download links are dead on the maker's site. Then I had to soup up the emulator to get the HDF file to run when I actually did get it, but it was worth it. This is by far the best Arkanoid clone I have ever played. I actually think it's even better than Arkanoid, it's so good. Third place is taken by Bombjack Beer Edition. I'm a massive fan of Bombjack on the arcade and I was always disappointed with the home ports, but then this came out and it's a near perfect arcade conversion with the same great arcade tunes that were missing from the original Amiga version and graphics that could fool you into thinking you were playing the real arcade. Super Obliteration is in 2nd place and what an absolute gem this is. I had never heard or played this before starting this list, but now I absolutely love it. It's like what would happen if you merged Turrican, Pang and Asteroids into one game. It's pure class and to think this is free. Mind blown. And now in 1st place we have Deluxe Galaga. There are a million Galaga clones about, but this one from Edgar Vigdal not only manages to capture the class gameplay of the original, but in my eyes surpasses it with some really great enemy patterns, lovely music and extra bonus stages. If you like Galaga, be sure to check this out. Okay, that's it for this video. It's actually been one of my favourites to make so far as I've found some really good games to get my teeth into. Please let me know in the comments below what your favourite Amiga PD games were. And if you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more great retro content. And as this is a Patreon request video, I might as well plug that too. If you want to support me on Patreon and get some extra perks like video requests, be sure to get over to my Patreon by clicking this link. I'll be doing regular vlogs and giveaways etc. Till next time, this is OSG signing out.